John Cena, the man you couldn't see. Before the championships, before the catchphrases, before millions chanted his name, there was a young man sleeping in his car in California, wondering if he had made the biggest mistake of his life. That is not just the story of a wrestler. It is a story of resilience and the discipline to keep showing up when nobody believes in you. Built different. John Felix Anthony Cena was born in April 23rd, 1977 in West Newbury, Massachusetts. He was one of 5 brothers in a loud, competitive household. Sports were constant. Arguments are frequent. Strength was respected. But as a teenager, John didn't look like the powerhouse the world would later know. In fact, he was bullied for being skinny and awkward. He struggled to fit in. Instead of shrinking, he chose to build. At age 15, he began lifting weights seriously. The gym became more than physical training. It became control, structure, identity. Muscle by muscle, confidence formed. He went on to study exercise psychology at Springfield College, playing football as an offensive lineman. For a moment, it seemed like athletics would define his future. But after graduation, with $500 in his pocket, he made a risky decision. He moved to California to pursue bodybuilding and something even more uncertain: professional wrestling. No connection, no guarantees, no safety net. Sleeping in a car. The dream didn't start glamorous. He worked at Gold Gym folding towers, cleaned equipment, took small checks. At one point, he lived out of his 1991 Lincoln Continental, Nikes in the back seat. Uncertainty every morning. Most people would have gone home. John stayed. He trained in Ultimate Pro Wrestling in California, developing his ring skills. His natural charisma was there, but it wasn't yet focused. In 2002, he made his WWE television debut. He answered an open challenge from Kurt Angle with 5 words: ruthless, aggression. The phrase stuck. The company noticed. But early success was fragile. His original character struggled to connect with  He was close to being released, Then he did something unexpected. He rapped. Backstage freestyles turned into a full character transformation. A brash, confident, hip-hop inspired persona. The chain, the jerseys, the attitude. Suddenly, the crowd reacted. John Cena has found his voice. Rise to the top. By 2005, John Cena became WWE champion. He wasn't just winning titles. He was becoming the face of the company. Catchphrases like, "You can't see me," and "Never give up" spread far beyond wrestling arenas. Kids wore his merchandise. Parents admired his discipline. Crowds were louder than ever. But with fame came division. As years passed, part of the audience turns against him. Adult fans booed loudly, accusing the company of pushing him too hard. Every arena echoed with dueling chants. "Let's go, Cena! Cena sucks." Night after night, for over a decade. Few performers in wrestling history have carried that level of polarization for that long. Yet, Cena rarely broke character, rarely complained publicly. Instead, he showed up again and again and again. 16 World Championships, tying the legendary Ric Flair's record. Main events at WrestleMania, countless headline matches. But perhaps his greatest legacy wasn't in the ring. It was outside of it. The quiet impact. John Cena holds the record for the most wishes granted through the Make-A-Wish Fund. Hundreds upon hundreds of children facing life-threatening illnesses requested him specifically, and he went. Every time. No shortcuts, no publicly stunts. He showed up in hospital quietly, sat with families, made kids laugh. To many, he wasn't a wrestler. He was hope. Behind the bright lights and loud music was a man deeply aware of responsibility and understood that being the face of WWE meant more than championships. It meant example. Evolution into Hollywood. Eventually, like many wrestling icons before him, Cena looked toward Hollywood. The transition wasn't automatic. Early roles were modest. Some films struggled. But he did what he did always do: adapt. He leaned into comedy, surprising critics with sharp timing and self-awareness. Roles in films like Trainwreck, Walkers, and later The Suicide Squad revealed range beyond muscle. He didn't try to replicate The Rock. He built his own lane. Gradually, Hollywood stopped seeing him as just a wrestler. He became a legitimate actor, still disciplined, still humble in interviews, still training relentlessly. Even as movie sets replaced wrestling rings, the work ethic remained the same. The cost of always being strong. John Cena built his brand on strength, on perseverance, on never give up. But strength is not just the absence of doubt. In interviews, he has spoken openly about personal struggles, failed relationships, the difficulty of balancing fame with intimacy, the sacrifice required by relentless ambition. Being the face of a global company for over a decade meant limited privacy. It meant constant travel. It meant living inside expectations. And yet, he rarely let cracks show. Because for millions watching, he represented resilience. The man you couldn't see. The phrase, "You can't see me," started as a playful taunt. Over time, it became symbolic. Because what people often couldn't see was the discipline behind the persona. The early morning, the car he once slept in, the rejection he nearly faced, the boos he endured for years without quitting. John Cena was never the flashiest technician. He wasn't the loudest personality. But he mastered something rare: consistency. In an industry built on fleeting fame, he stayed relevant for 2 decades. In a world addicted to viral moments, he built a career on reliability. Legacy. Today, John Cena stands as one of the most recognizable figures in professional wrestling history. 16-time world champion, global movie star, philanthropist, cultural icon. But perhaps his real legacy isn't found in the title belts or box office numbers. It's found in the message he repeated endlessly: never give up. For some, it was a slogan. For him, it was survival. From sleeping in a car to headlining WrestleMania, from being booed to being respected, from folding towels in a gym to standing on Hollywood red carpets. John Cena's story is proof that persistence beats popularity, that discipline beats hype, and that sometimes the strongest thing that a person can do is keep showing up.